Hey everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis. So full credit, Derek Defies did a lot of research about 2 years ago on battle mechanics of the order of how troops went in and attacked. I had heard this actually a long time ago. I feel like it was Sinister, Cinnabon was telling me before, or someone in his alliance, the Furies, and they were telling me about how, ground's going to hit ground first. It's not going to go after the archers. That's how the fight goes. And, anyways, Derek Defies did further research on this sort of stuff, and this is a very basic chart of how things do work. Everyone should know this. New players need to know this. New alliances need to know this. Old alliances need to know this. Some just kind of know, like, hey, send siege, it'll kill siege or archers. But to actually know the order will help you, especially if you could train your brain really quickly to process this. So you get a report, you hit somebody, you look through it, you see what's left. Oh, next one we got to go after. This is the troop we got to go after. We got to send this. So how does this work? First thing, let's look at it. So this works the exact same on offense and defense. So that's where it becomes tricky. Okay, so if you look at archers on defense, they will first target calves. Archers on offense will also first target calves. But it doesn't go the same for every troop. So archer is the predominant attack. It's the safest attack. It's the best attack. Why? Because nothing attacks it first. So a well-layered archer attack that's coming in, the specific thing you have to do a very good job of is giving it siege in the layering. And what that will do is it will make the siege hang up on the siege, not the archers. So they're not targeting the archers for a little bit. And archers generally on defense, their problem on the wall, lots of people don't use the archer range bonus. So the attacking archers have that advantage. So archers come in and kill the calves, and then they generally die. But they kill the calves. If you have enough calves, archers are going to get to them. That's why people don't like to port swap into archer rallies, because it's still going to sting. Because if you have calves, they're going to get to them, because nothing's attacking those archers first, especially if there's enough of them in it. So next, siege on offense and defense attacks each other. They then noticeably attack archers. So the thing is here, there's all sorts of things that can come into play here, like siege range bonus, etc. We're not going to get into that. Some people don't like to use it on a T11 siege attack, saying that it'll target archers more. Some people say that T11's useless nowadays in the game, but that's only for the extremely big keeps. Like there's a hell of a lot of servers and alliances that are battling out there where T11's still a very effective attack. But anyways, let's keep this simple here. Siege on defense is going to attack siege. So you need siege to defend against siege, or the siege are just going to tear apart your archers. Siege attacking will attack the siege. Pretty simple. There's not much to discuss there. The only thing that you need to know about is after the siege are gone on offense, or if you encounter one of those, I call them the Vietnamese style new keeps, new defensive keeps, where they have very minimal horse and siege. So they got tons of ground and archers, and then they got T1 horse. You're going to have to hit them with some siege to get rid of the archers before you can send in your horse. So now you look at ground, and this is kind of the one where most people would be tricked upon. They would think that ground, oh, they got a lot of archers, let's send ground at it. Or archers are coming in, let's reinforce with ground. Doesn't work like that. Ground is going to fight ground first. So if that archer rally coming in has a good amount of ground in it, it's going to hang up the ground on defense. I know there are a lot of people out there who do put 100,000 of each tier for ground in their rallies. Like these are, they have very large march sizes, and they will make sure that there's lots of ground in it. And the reason is because ground tricks up two of those. Like you look, the first attack for ground and cab is both ground, so it'll kind of hold them up a little bit on the defense. So anyways, ground has to get through ground first, and then cav. and then archers. So that's what makes the T1 wall so strong, because your T1s are protected by the ground. So you need some ground in there to hold them up so the T1 horse can do their damage. And of course, you need the flat refines and etc. on defense. So then we get to Cav. If you're going to attack someone with Cav, it's going to target the ground. That is a good thing. But you better make sure there's no archers, because if you look above, archers are targeting the Cavs right away. So their Cavs are super susceptible to dying against archers. It's probably the number one thing in the game that actually works correctly. Like everything else, it almost doesn't seem like there's an advantage, like it's neutral, but archers just destroy Cavs. I send in I have a really good reinforcing archer march with Idun, and it could fight off a lot of Cavs on its own. If we get 2 archer marches in, the Cav rally ain't doing nothing. So Cav, you really have to clear out the archers if you're going to do anything about it to get to the ground. So that's it. There's not too much else to discuss about this. It's not level 3 and 4 here aren't really going to come into play very often, but the first 2, those are the ones you should focus on. And especially if you're a new player, you could really, and a low coiner, you could really use this to perfect your debuffs. So what you would do is you would look at this and you would say, okay, so this is going to be my predominant defensive troop, and maybe this is going to be my predominant troop type that they're going to try and get points off of. So like some troops I have up top, I know the enemy is going to be trying to kill them, whether it's horse or not. And then you could start to have some debuffs that work against that. Like, whoa, what's going to be coming in to try to kill my high troop? Let's debuff that. Yeah, that's what we want to be doing. Okay, so take a look at it. You should try and memorize this too. This will really help you in the heat of a battle, especially after one attack. You look at the report really quickly. You see, oh, they got a lot of ground left. Okay, we got to send ground or Cavs. That's the only thing we can send right now. They got way too many of them. Oh, they still have some siege. We got to send siege. We're not going to get through it. Oh, they got archers. Got to send siege. Like, you gotta be quick on this, and then you also have to understand that they might heal or reinforcements. And then that's a whole other tricky game where your attacking rally troops generally have to take out the reinforcements first. Or you could move on to another keep. You could set fakes, try and get them to move those reinforcements around because you don't like how they're acting. And of course, do some tests. Figure it out on your own. Figure out what works for you guys. We generally practice in BOG, BOG. That's where most of our practice comes from. And then BOC, we take it really serious and try and do better in it. But lots of teams do the same thing and have the same sort of idea. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.